What it do, baby? It's your boy Reek, man. Hey, y'all already know what it is. Y'all are watching NJP, Navigating Journalism Podcast, man. So this episode, matter of fact, I appreciate all y'all so much for supporting the podcast, watching the last episode, man. Like I'm saying, hey, nobody knows what we're doing. Hey, we just going with the flow, and we just making it do what it do up here in the podcast world. So like I said, it's NJP, Navigating Journalism Podcast, and I told y'all the first few episodes, I'm going to tell y'all some stories, some of my personal journalism stories, how I've been navigating the industry, various things that have took place within my career dealing with journalism and all that good stuff. So y'all gonna have a chance to hear so many of my good stories. And then once we crank some of these stories out, then we gonna bring on some of y'all's favorite journalists. They gonna be guests on the podcast, and man, it's gonna be an amazing thing. So hey, glad y'all taking this journey with me. Glad y'all riding with me, and I appreciate y'all supporting, man. And like I told y'all that merch is coming soon. That NJP merch is coming soon, so y'all stay tuned in. And when I come out with it, I'm gonna need y'all to support. Go buy that apparel because it's gonna be hot, yo. So this story is how I got an internship at CNN and then lost it. Yeah. Not a lot of people know that. So, matter of fact, I do want to show y'all. I am rocking my CNN socks, actually. This is the first time I actually got these socks on, so I'm rocking my CNN socks tonight. You know, first time I'm rocking these. I thought it might be appropriate for this episode of the podcast. So, hey, this is what we got going on. So, this story, I want to say the story starts back in 2017. So in 2017, I had this amazing opportunity, right? And this opportunity was with an organization called 21st Century Leaders. And so when I did 21st Century Leaders, first of all, it was an amazing program. So shout out to my 21CO fam, man. Them people got a special place in my heart always. So this was a 1-week journalism camp at CNN doing TED Turner, all this amazing stuff, right? Because it was now it's Warner Media, but back when I did it back in 2017, it was Ted Turner and all that stuff. And so I think it was called Turner Voices Youth Media Institute when I did the program. But anyways, the program, my counselor told me about the program. I should apply for it since it's, dealing with journalism and stuff. So I applied, I got in the program. It was actually kind of rigorous application and stuff, but I applied, got into the program. It was a great process. And so that summer, the summer of 2017, that was the year I was able to do the camp. So it was a 1-week camp at Turner Media, or Ted Turner anyways, I can't remember the exact name, but back then it was an internship. I mean, not an internship, but it was a week at CNN, right? So I was there at CNN, and we actually spent the night on Georgia Tech's campus. It was fantastic. It was awesome. And so we had spent the night at Georgia Tech, and I think we were there. I think it was about 5 days or whatever. I think it was like from Monday to Friday or whatever. So we had spent the night at Georgia Tech, and then every morning we would get up, we would go over to Turner. And when we were at Turner, we would see like all behind the scenes of Turner. I'm talking TNT, CNN, HLN. Like we got all like the full-fledged behind the scenes experience, yo. And when I tell you behind the scenes, I'm talking behind the scenes, yo. It was one of like the greatest experiences I ever had within journalism, and I'll never forget it. And let me tell you this, I also met so many amazing people, so many great individuals, man. I actually made a whole lot of great friends. Actually, one of those people that I met is like my best friend right now. We talk all the time. So definitely a whole bunch of good things came out of 21st Century Leaders. So when I did the program, it went great. It was fantastic. The people who were over the program, they loved me, and they really liked me and stuff. And so when you do the program, you actually have an amazing opportunity to, once you complete it, you have the great opportunity to actually intern at CNN. And so you get to intern at CNN, the transition between high school and college. So you get to intern at CNN during that summer, the summer between high school and college, right? So year rolled around, right? So back in 2017, I had the amazing opportunity to, let me see, 2018, sorry. So in 2018, I had the amazing opportunity to actually apply for an internship at CNN. So when I applied for the internship at CNN, right, it was fantastic. And I was actually, I think I was still in school. I think it was like April-ish or something like that. It was April. And I applied for the internship and I got the internship, right? So I got the internship and I was like, wow, yo, like I'm going to be working at CNN. Like this was the most exciting thing ever because I wanted to intern at CNN. When I tell you I wanted that so bad, I wanted it bad, yo. So bad. I wanted to intern at CNN. So I finally get my dream intern. That was my dream internship, yo, because it was like back then being a news anchor at CNN, that was the dream. That was the goal. That was strictly exactly what I wanted. I wanted to be a news anchor over at CNN. So I land the internship, right? Then fast forward, the college acceptances letters are coming in. So, gearing up for that internship, and then the college acceptance letters are rolling in and stuff because I applied for a couple of colleges. So I think I want to say I applied for like 5 colleges or whatever, but needless to say, like I told y'all in the last episode, the way I chose colleges is they had to have a great journalism program and they have to have a broadcast news station. Those are the top 2 things that college had to have. So needless to say, Georgia State accepted me, right? I got accepted into Georgia State. So, I'm cheering, I'm hooping and hollering. Like I'm excited, right? So I land a spot at Georgia State, right? But in my letter, it was it kind of confused me at first because in my letter it said you've been accepted to Georgia State through the Success Academy program. I was like, what is this? I was like, am I at the school? I'm like, am I in the school or am I not in the school? Like, this is not making any sense to me, right? So I had to call. So I think I went up to my counselor's office and I was like, can you please explain what this means or whatever? So she was basically saying that you're in the school, but you're only in the school if you do this Success Academy program. I was like, okay, cool. So I had called them. I was like, to figure out exactly what this was, what this entailed, what I was going to be doing, right? And so I found out, my counselor was telling me the reason that this happened, like I didn't get straight into Georgia State, is because my test scores were kind of like, kind of right there, but not quite where they need to be and stuff. And I'll tell you, I think I took the ACT twice, SAT once, scores terrible. And quite frankly, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not a fan of the test. I don't like the ACT. I don't like the SAT. Matter of fact, I'm really not a fan of tests, period. Not a fan of the test. I don't like them. It's just not my thing. And I'm really not that good of a test taker, especially when it comes to a big, huge test like that. And when it's a whole bunch on the line, because that test can literally make or break your college. Make or break you when it comes to college and stuff. So, needless to say, scores was just kind of not really quite where they need to be, which is why I had to do Success Academy, right? So, called, figured out all the details of Success Academy. And then, when it came time for Success Academy, they told me that Success Academy meant I was going to be part of this cohort with these other students, right? So I was going to be part of this cohort, and during that cohort, we had various team exercises and stuff, but we also had to take college classes together during the summer. So we had to take summer classes at Georgia State University, right? So I think I had philosophy, I had GSU 1010, and then I want to say I had a English class. I think I had an English writing class or something like that were the 3 classes that I had. So that philosophy class started at 8 a.m. when I tell you this, I learned my lesson. That first summer taking 8 a.m. classes, never again. I had to wake up. I think I had to wake up at like 5:30 a.m., 6 a.m., something like that. I got so sick and tired of waking up that early. But luckily, I only had to do it that summer, right? So I'm taking these summer classes at Georgia State. I get my summer class schedule, right? So then I tell CNN, I say, hey, I got, I'm still going to intern here, but I do have some obligations and responsibilities I have to fulfill at Georgia State University. That way I can make sure that I get into college. Because if you don't do, basically the letter that I got, like if I didn't do the program, I was not going to be able to attend Georgia State in the fall and then, the years and semesters to come. So I had told CNN that, right? It was like, okay, cool. So I was like, hope I'm still able to do this internships. Hope I'm still able to do both, right? So I sent that email. They said, okay, we'll check on that for you. We'll let you know, right? So then a couple of days later, I got, I will say I don't even know how to describe it. It was probably one of the most saddest and unfortunate emails I ever received. But they told me that because I had to do the classes at Georgia State, the schedules weren't going to align. I wasn't going to be able to get the necessary hours I needed, and therefore they would not allow me to intern at CNN anymore because I had to take the classes at Georgia State. And I was devastated. I was devastated for days, yo. It was so terrible. It's like when you finally get your dream internship, that dream thing that you've been looking for, that you've been searching for. And not only that, you're getting it young too. Like literally right before I go to college, I'm getting my dream internship. Like that's unheard of, right? So it was sad, man. But at the same time, I knew that I had to do what I had to do. And I said, well, I guess I'll try to intern there in the future. Maybe next year, maybe next summer, whatever. So I did the classes at Georgia State. Success Academy went well. I actually ended up having really good grades that summer. And I think I ended up having A's and B's, A-B honor. I still celebrate A-B honor roll. That's just me. I love it. So I celebrate A-B honor roll in college. And I did the classes that summer. Summer went absolutely well. And then it was like a really smooth transition into the fall semester. But I'll tell you this, I'm highly 100% thankful for Success Academy, because had it not been for Success Academy, during that fall semester, because I'll tell you during that summer semester, it was campus, it wasn't deserted, but it really wasn't that many people on campus. But during the fall, campus was flooded and there was thousands of students on campus. But Success Academy helped me slide into college like really, really smoothly, because I got to take classes with people who actually ended up becoming friends. And then I also got a chance to get kind of a preview of what that college experience is going to be like and stuff, and how those college classes are going to be, what those tests are going to look like, all that stuff, right? So I was able to experience that. So I'm so thankful for Success Academy, and it helped me out so much. I was able to learn the campus and stuff, that summer. I spent the summer taking the classes and learning the campus, right? Learning where everything at, the buildings, the classes, organizations, all that stuff. I was able to learn all that stuff that summer. So even though I did lose my CNN internship, I still got something very valuable out of that. And it was just, it was great. And then fast forward every summer after that, I tried to intern at CNN, or I tried to get a regular job there. And needless to say, they really wouldn't accept me. Not really sure why. I applied for a countless amount of internships over there, even contacted the contacts that I had over there. It still didn't work. And needless to say, I lost my internship. And so, but I ended up going to a great school, ended up going to Georgia State, and I ended up graduating. So shout out to Georgia State, shout out to CNN, and shout out to 21st Century Leaders, because had it not been for 21st Century Leaders, that opportunity and those great experiences that I had really when they came about. And actually, I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about 21st Century Leaders. It was such an awesome program. Matter of fact, I encourage you to look them up if you're interested, because I think they got a healthcare aspect, an environmental agriculture aspect, and then they have a journalism aspect, right? So I think you just Google 21st Century Leaders program, and they'll come up and stuff. But it was so great. And then actually, even on the last day, I actually got to speak at the banquet or whatever. That's when the students, the parents, and like everybody was in that room. That last day I got to speak, and I was able to put together a speech. Me and my friend Diana, she had put together a speech. I had put together a speech, and it was pretty funny. I had people laughing during the speech. But yeah, it was a great experience, and man, I still communicate with a lot of those people to this day. I mean, because it was like those people kind of became family. It's kind of like when you go on a cruise, you know, like those of you who have cruised before, it's like people that sit at your table and stuff, and people that's next door, like they kind of become family. And then it's like the last day, everybody's kind of, oh my gosh, I miss y'all so much. And you just feel like you've known each other forever and stuff. But a lot of the people in that program have gone on to be successful journalists working at TV stations, other journalism outlets and stuff. And man, it's just a really great program. So I definitely thank them so much for everything they did and everything they poured into me, because I learned so much, and they brung in a whole bunch of great guests, right? So, well, that was the story of how I got a CNN internship, and then I lost it. Now, I already know what y'all was thinking. Y'all was thinking, ooh, Tyrik got fired from CNN. Like, how was he at iHeartMedia? Like, that ain't happen. That ain't happen. No, I did not get fired from CNN. I never actually got in the door to get fired. So, yeah. But that's probably the story that y'all thought I was going to tell. But, man, hey, listen, this has been NJP, Navigating Journalism Podcast. Appreciate y'all listening to that story. And, hey, we got more stories coming. Next couple of episodes, we got tons of more stories to tell you guys. And then, like I said, once we get these stories knocked out, y'all hear some of my personal journalism stories. Then we gonna start bringing on some journalists. They're gonna be journalists on the podcast and stuff. Some of your favorite journalists. I said we'll probably start off locally here in Atlanta, and then once I go to like the conference, because I got a couple of conferences, journalism conferences on my schedule, and then that's when I'll start bringing those people in, and y'all will have a chance to hear from national journalists, international journalists, local journalists in your markets that you may be watching and stuff. And it's just going to be a great, amazing podcast, man. So this is Navigating Journalism. Make sure y'all comment below your thoughts on the podcast. And, hey, comment below. Let me know if you may have had a similar story. Maybe you landed something that was your goal and something came up and something happened where you weren't able to do it no more. We want to hear your stories and your take on the podcast and stuff. Make sure y'all go follow me on social media, Instagram, TyrikWynn.iHeartMedia. Also, go like my Facebook page, Tyrik Wynn, iHeartMedia. Go follow me on Twitter, Tyrik Wynn TV. TikTok, Tyrik Wynn _TV. And I think that's all my social media page. I don't really do Snapchat like that no more. So, yeah, just those couple of pages. But I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. Like I said, this has been NJP, Navigating Journalism Podcast. Merch coming soon. When I release that merch, make sure y'all go out and support. Also, I got on my personal merch, the I Am a Winner shirt from the Tyrik Wynn collection. It got I Am a Winner. And then it also got my signature at the bottom as well, my autograph and stuff. That way you know it's not a knockoff. It's a Tyrik Wynn original. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it up in here. Hey, that's what we got going on, man. So look, and if you want some merch, all you got to do, navigate to my Instagram page, link in bio, Tyrik Wynn collection. And because sometimes I'll be changing the link based on if somebody write an article on me, I want to promote it. I might have an episode of the podcast and my bio by the time this get released. So if you do want to go and get you some Tyrik Wynn collection merch, I Am a Winner merch, all you got to do is Google the Tyrik Wynn collection, and then my merch will come up, and then y'all can go and purchase all the good stuff. So my name, TyrikwYnn, Tyrik Wynn, the Tyrik Wynn collection. You can Google that. Then you'll be able to see this amazing merch that'll come up. And man, this is some good merch. Shout out to my main man, t-shirt man, Gerald. actually made this good merch for me, and it's great quality, yo. So hey, you definitely want to make sure you go out and purchase this. And hey, rep Tyrik Wynn, man. And listen, what I'm gonna do, matter of fact, so this actually inspired me, right? So Taylor Swift, right? You know, she's on tour doing her concerts and stuff like that. So her fans are called Swifties, right? So I'm thinking about calling my fans winners. So y'all are gonna be winners, right? Y'all are gonna be my fans. So I will refer to y'all as winners. So like, you know, sometimes from now on I may come in with my podcast. What it do? Let me see. What it do, baby? It's your boy Reek. Yay, it's NJP. Appreciate all my winners for tuning in today. Hey, we gonna have a great show. You know what I'm saying? That's how I might come in. So y'all are the winners. WYNNERS. Hey, y'all are the winners, man. Appreciate y'all winners for tuning in to this episode of NJP. It's been your boy Tyrik Wynn. Catch y'all next time.